Doc, do you think Ben Simmons can still be a point guard for a championship team like the one you guys want to become?
Yeah, David, I don't know that question or the answer to that right now. So I don't know the answer to that.
Joel, what was the moment for you personally tonight where your belief in what you had in terms of this being the Sixers' year turned to the recognition that it just wasn't going to happen?
Man, I'll be honest. I thought the turning point was, when we, I don't know how to say it, but I thought the turning point was just, we had an open shot, and we made one free throw, and we missed the other, and then it came down.
He's headed to the line.
Well, but that's when you know that the game is in your head. That's a dunk for Ben Simmons right there. You got it, and I know you got it to Thibault, you got the free throws, but Ben Simmons, you got to shoot that shot.
All right, so Ben Simmons, man, like, what can you say about him at this point? Because at that point in time, he was just on his way out. Philly fans, you know how Philly fans are, like, they're, like, very, very crucial in how, like, they express their feelings for players. And they were just, like, hating on Ben Simmons for that play alone as it is. But it was just more to the story of, like, what happened to which led to where we are at right now for Ben Simmons. Now, at that time, Ben Simmons had himself a really great Phillies career, but at the same time, underwhelming for the simple fact that, like, he was a number one overall pick, and most people hyped him up to be the next LeBron, or even at the shores, the next Magic Johnson, for, like, his ability to, like, able to see the floor, pass the ball, and to just be that inside scorer that LeBron was early on in his career, and hopefully improve off of that, you know what I'm saying? To which that he did improve on his defense to where he quickly became one of the better defenders in the league, to where he actually almost won Defensive Player of the Year back in 2021. But what most people wanted him to prove was his actual shooting, the jump shot, because as we know, he don't take 3-point shots. He don't even take mid-range shots at all. He just goes in the rim, try to do a layup or dunk the ball, man. That's all he does for someone that's 6'10". Get damn near just like do that to every other player, honestly. But it all came to the head in the 2021 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Atlanta Hawks, to where the Atlanta Hawks were underdogs, and that's the thing. I remember I checked. The Philadelphia 76ers had themselves the number one seed, and they ended up losing 7 games mostly because Doc Rivers, he's an overrated coach. Also, P had a really good series, but there were times where, like, they needed him and he didn't show up much on defense end. I think he was hurt throughout the whole series and stuff like that, but, like, there are times where they needed him and he had bad games, stuff like that, so that was one of the reasons why too. But this man, Ben Simmons, would have himself an all-time bad playoff performance. Now, admittedly, he played great defensively, but, like, he became a liability, though, for them the fourth quarter, because dude just wouldn't attempt to shoot the ball. And I mean, like, he would not attempt to shoot the ball. Even if he was in the side of the paint, like, he was afraid to get fouled, to which he don't really go to the free throw line that much. And, like, it just was bad to watch, honestly. It was cringeworthy to watch, honestly, knowing that, like, I root for the Atlanta Hawks, and it was just cringe to see Ben Simmons just be like that throughout the whole series. Now, he did get a lot of hate for, like, that one play to where he had the ball in his hands and he didn't dunk the ball in Game 7, to which I give him somewhat of a pass for that, only because, like, that was, like, more of a bang play to where, like, it happened so fast to where, like, I could see why, like, he just saw a jersey and just thought it was, like, somebody else, even though it was Trae Young. And, like, I could see why, like, he passed the ball. But at the same time, though, I'm like, bro, just go up with it and just don't be afraid to go to the free throw line. Like, really, you was just afraid to go to the free throw line at that point, honestly, because, like, now what you just did was you just cost your team, like, actual possession, to which you end up getting somebody else who's not great at free throws, and Matisse Thybulle to go on there and then just miss one and turn the tide, and y'all lost the game and the series. But yeah, Ben Simmons, he deserved all the flack for like not having that great of a playoff series, especially down the stretch. Then of course, like he got a little bit over scrutinized for that one play as it is. But it took a turn when Ben Simmons would say something along the lines of like he had mental health issues, to which he said that himself actually.
I'm already dealing with a lot mentally just in life, as a lot of people do. But it got to a point where after that series, I'm getting it's like from the people that you're supposed to have the support from or that, you know, that comfort from. And I wasn't getting that either. So it was just a lot. It was a toll on me. And then mentally, it killed me. I was like, fuck, like no energy for anything. Like I was in a dark place. And it took me a long time. The first thing for me was like really identify like, okay, I got to really, you know, I got to get right. And it's not a physical thing. It's mentally. And just, I think that first thing of acknowledging it is like a huge step for me. And I was like, okay, like I need to address this. I need help in these areas. And being able to do that, that was the start of, you know, getting to where I'm at now. I'm like in a great place and I feel comfortable talking about it now.
All right, so you heard from him that like he was dealing with it, trying to get better from it. He was just in a dark place at the time, man. And that was just more built. That's definitely built up because like that did not just happen in the Atlanta Hawks series. Because honestly, ain't no way that like most of the time it don't happen just like that. But snapping a finger, like it just builds up to where like at that point though, especially for him to get scrutinized by the Philly fans for most of the time for how he's been playing, like it gets to a point where like he just couldn't take it no more and he just felt down on himself and everything that happened throughout the past few years he's been there. And look, I'm not saying the Philly fans are the reason why he got that bad when it comes to his mental health issues, but I'm just saying that like not getting that much support from them is kind of like doesn't help the fact that like he was dealing with it for however long he was dealing with it, because that could have been going on for like at least a year or 2 years for all I know. I just hate the fact that like when he actually said something about it, like he didn't really get that much like support for the simple fact that like when he said it came at a bad time where he just got done playing a series. He didn't have that great of a series to where like people were making it seem like he was making an excuse for how bad he played by using the mental health thing, to which I've seen some cool people make like excuses like that, to which I can understand why they were suing that, but like this is one of the cases where like I don't think like he was making an excuse. Like I think he might actually legit had the mental health issues and that it was actually affecting him on the court, and that might actually happen, to which I don't like the fact that like most people just made it seem like he was soft, he was thin skinned and stuff like that, to which there's a lot of the people that are more thin skinned than him. He just wasn't afraid to admit that in public that he actually had mental health issues, to which athletes are held to a higher standard than they should, honestly, to which that they shouldn't have to act like that. And it's just sad that he had to go through that, and honestly I'm glad that he actually getting better and got the help that he needed for what he had going on. And we're up to now where Ben Simmons got traded to the Brooklyn Nets for James Harden. He ended up having a back injury, to which that kept him out with Cleveland's own mental health issues, to which he came back this year, and we saw this highlight right here.
Durant, give and go. Simmons, it's an air ball.
But that doesn't tell the full story of how like he hasn't been playing that good at all. Like he's averaging career lows in points for sure. Like he's playing like a role player, to which to Ben Simmons' caliber, like that's honestly bad for the simple fact that like he should be averaging at least double digits for his standards. And he was supposed to be that Draymond Green to what, you know, the Warriors have for right now. Now, I'm a guy that like thought that Ben Simmons was overrated because like I thought that he wasn't impacting the game, to which people claim he was a top 25 player, but like I didn't see it for the simple fact that like he wasn't doing enough for me to where he actually was like weren't that top 25 player. But now, especially since he's struggling a little bit, he is honestly becoming a guy to where like I'm starting to feel bad for him a little bit more than anything. At this point in his career, like if he don't succeed with a superstar caliber player in KD and a star player with Kyrie Irving, then like he's not gonna be in the league for that much longer, because at this point now, like, he's been found out a lot, like, recently in the games. He has been that great defensively, even though I do think it's because the back injury that he had, which he had ended up having surgery for it and repaired. And, of course, you know, he's getting back to his right mind right now. So I say give him time, and we'll see how he plays, like, in the middle of the season. And if he still plays like this in the middle of the season, then, like, you might have to cut bait sooner rather than later, because at this point now, like, he's becoming more of a liability than more trouble than what he's worth, honestly. But that's my opinions on that, though. I appreciate y'all watching the video, man. Like, I had wanted to wait a little bit to make this video because, you know, I had wanted to make show like everything out there for him, and I seen him do that interview with JJ Redick. I want to hear his side, and I just want to see if, like, you know, give you my opinions of like why he might be hated and why he should not be hated. But if you like the video, man, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. It'll mean a lot to me. But this is NasLee27 in the building, about to sign out. Y'all have a great day, and see y'all in the next video.